هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم. هو الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يعلم ما يلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعرج فيها وهو معكم أينما كنتم والله بما تعملون بصير. له ملك السماوات والأرض وإلى الله ترجع الأمور. يولج الليل في النهار ويولج النهار في الليل وهو عليم بذات الصدور. صدق अल्लाह अज़ीम। मैंने आपके सामने सूरह हदीद की पहली 6 आयत तक तिलावत की है। उनका तर्जुमा यूँ है, अल्लाह ही की तस्बीह करती हैं सारी चीज़ें जो आसमान और ज़मीन में हैं और वो गालिब और हिकमत वाला है। आसमानों और ज़मीन की बादशाही उसी की है, वही जिंदा करता है और वही मारता है और वो हर चीज़ पर कादिर है। वही अव्वल भी है और आखिर भी और ज़ाहिर भी और बातिन भी, और वो हर चीज़ का इल्म रखने वाला है। वही है जिसने आसमानों और ज़मीन को पैदा किया 6 दिनों में, फिर वो अर्श पर मुतमक्किन हुआ। वो जानता है उस चीज़ को जो ज़मीन में दाखिल होती है और जो उससे निकलती है, और जो आसमान से उतरती और जो उसमें चढ़ती है, और वो तुम्हारे साथ होता है जहाँ कहीं भी तुम होते हो, और तुम जो कुछ भी करते हो अल्लाह सब कुछ देखता है। आसमानों और ज़मीन की बादशाही उसी की है, तमाम उमूर का मर्जा अल्लाह ही है। वही दाखिल करता है रात को दिन में और दाखिल करता है दिन को रात में, और वो तीनों के भेदों को भी जानता है। अल्लाह तिलावत कुरान के बाद यूजुअली द मैसेज दैट वी वांट टू गिव विद दिस आयत इज दैट वी आर डूइंग दिस फॉर द सेक ऑफ अल्लाह, राइट? एंड देयरफॉर वी नीड टू बी प्रेजेंट विद आवर होल हार्ट एंड ईमान. Before we begin, we just will take a few minutes of your time to tell you what PSF is and what we do, so that many of us who join us today are joining us for the first time for sessions similar to these. हमारे सेशंस यूजुअली इंग्लिश में होते हैं, बट अगर किसी को भी इंग्लिश से कोई परेशानी है तो मैं उर्दू में, और हमारी जो मैडम है आज वो भी उर्दू में बात कर सकते हैं। अगर किसी को उर्दू में परेशानी, इंग्लिश में परेशानी हो तो प्लीज़ बताएं। So basically PSF is a organization. 2017 we started our mission with 50 members each, and we have now become a 300 odd members today. It's a Muslim organization, professionals coming together for the sake of society and for the sake of themselves. Two things. The objectives basically are two. Ones who join PSF as members, how can they develop professionally and spiritually together? That's one thing. Second thing being, once they are together, once they are professionals coming together on a platform, how can they give back to society by their skills, time and money? That is the main two core objectives of PSF. And what are the wings that we have decided for our work is basically, if you see, service to professionals, one of the wings that we are meeting here today for. This is in which masterclass falls in. Any professional who joins us, or basically who is not part of PSF also, how can we help them professionally and help them grow, right? Jobs and career guidance, second wing that we have, where we, I'll take you through each of these wings in subsequent slides, but just a quick snapshot I wanted to give you here on the jobs that we want to work upon, and how can we give career guidance to the people who join us, or to youth who are entering the corporate world. Startup and consulting, again, few of us who have experience of 15-20 years, how can they give back to society by helping people have their own startups. Core social services is one of the areas where we thought when we professionals come together, we can give our time, we can give our money to help the society back. And few of the projects I will showcase what we have taken up. So we do 2 monthly get-togethers once in a while, every 2 months, and these sessions are usually kept on contemporary topics where professionals with their families come for an event, and once they come, they are helped for the topic by an expert on the topic, as well as some Islamic topic also is kept so that everyone benefits, even the family. Some relevant topics recently that we have covered, parenting being one, leadership lessons from the Sierra, and then million budget when it was rolled out in March, we had a session on that as well. So service to professionals, so if you see 3 heads, masterclass, this is one of the sections under masterclass, what we have today gathered for. Any new technology, any expert that we have within us or outside external expert who can showcase what they have learned over years. Okay? Their experience, if they can impart to the people who are joining in new or who want to come to a different career angle. So one day hands-on workshops we do, and we also have started doing some courses for people who wish to enroll for them. These are online courses usually. The reason being of online so that people who are even working can enroll for them, right? And because we are a group of people now, 300 odd people, and we can go to training institutes and also demand discounts. That is the reason that we were able to do through courses, offer 2 courses, training courses for our members who could come in, get discounts if they go via PSF. So when we say masterclass, there are few key themes, 6 themes that we have taken up for masterclass as a wing. Software development being one. We started with AI and machine learning and covered these 6 topics over last July almost. Few glimpses from the last masterclasses that we have done so far. Mushir being he's the vice president now of the society, of the organization. He had taken up data science and machine learning sessions as well. Data visualization also was taken up. Then, like I said, courses were run. So full stack Java course was run, where it was a 25,000 course offered to the people, to public, discount, and have a discounted rate of 3,000 rupees only. 12 sessions happened, and alhamdulillah, out of 12 members who were enrolled for this session, for this course, 2 of them got the job in the same company that they had. Basically, the trainers who were from there. So that was a success that we had, alhamdulillah. Similarly, we intend to start few more courses, and one of the courses we will also showcase to you today. Job and career guidance, we have a website page where usually the job posts are uploaded, so that anyone who wishes to get and apply can apply on the verified jobs. Also, we have a jobs community now on WhatsApp that continuously gets updated for the new verified job that happen to follow. This is the mentoring the mentee, the new program which we wish to enroll very soon. Startup and consulting, I already mentioned. People like us who have 20 years of experience, can they help people frame their business ideas in such a way that they are able to launch their startups and also help them in finances and Post-social services are varied. These are engagement activities where we intend that PSF members who join us also are able to contribute for the welfare of the society. Right? 2 of the projects that we have launched and are somewhat unique in their nature are Kafalat and Neki Basket. Kafalat stands for helping the children for education. Neki Basket, on the other hand, helps children for food. Getting so Kafalat basically is a platform where we connect the needy students, families, as well as the donors. We become the intermediary between them. And how we do it? We have a website, people come on the website, people log in, and people donate, right? But why do people donate on Kafalat website and not just give anyhow to any needy that they see on the ground, see on the floor, on the ground, or any school? See, the thing is that PSF runs Kafalat very professionally and very transparently. How? We survey the needy genuine cases and upload them on the website. So we have close to 180 odd cases now on the website. Alhamdulillah, last year we helped 184 students throughout the year. Then, once the cases are uploaded on the back end, right, it's Kafalat's job, it's the PSF job to verify them, upload them. We crowdfund and get the funds donated to these children online. Once the donation comes in, we are supposed to give the checks and online fees to the schools directly, and no cash is given to the students in hand or family in hand. These are poor families, right? If you give them cash in hand, they will use that money for something else. And for these 184 students, I can guarantee that half of these kids would not have been in school if it was not for Kafalat. Alhamdulillah, we were able to help them not drop out. See, why the objective of Kafalat was we started. The reason was we saw the dropout ratio of Muslim students is very high. How can we arrest that? With the limitation that we have already, right? We can't help millions, but at the most, how much, however we can have. So this is basically the genesis of college. And alhamdulillah, from 24 odd students, we have managed to cover 180 odd students last year. And this year, alhamdulillah, we have the goal to help 300 students inshallah. These are the basically 132 students that we helped last year, not the last academic year which ended in March 23, but the previous.
Okay, so I think we've got the introduction about me and what I'm here for. Okay, so I'm not going to keep it one way, like I'm not going to just talk. I need some of your, responses. So obviously it's about digital marketing, careers in digital marketing. आज के ज़माने में कोई भी शायद ही बचा होगा जो ये बोलेगा कि मुझे सोशल मीडिया नहीं मालूम है. मैं सोशल मीडिया को भी डिजिटल मार्केटिंग नहीं बोलूँगी, बट आई थिंक दैट कनेक्ट्स अस टू डिजिटल मार्केटिंग इन अ वेरी स्मॉल वे. एवरीवन यूज, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू यूज सोशल मीडिया आउट हियर? कोई ऐसा है जिसका बिल्कुल अकाउंट नहीं है? कोई भी नहीं होगा, राइट? ओके. एंड हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर फ्रॉम मार्केटिंग बैकग्राउंड? ओके, सो like sales and marketing or digital marketing?
Sales and marketing.
Digital marketing. Okay, so okay, fine. So I can see that there's a mixed crowd here. And are you all working or like students? Can I get the ratio? Understand the ratio?
Working.
All of you are working?
Students.
Okay. Students. Oh, I can see students also. Okay. Okay, chalo. Let me start. Since we have students and working, let me start with a very common topic. What is marketing? What you guys understand by marketing? कोई मुझे जवाब देगा?
Selling our product in the way the digital platform.
Okay. Only marketing, selling of products from the digital platform. Okay. Now this is one part from the digital platform. अगर हम marketing को देखेंगे, so it's an open area जहाँ पे where you sell the products, you plan, you execute, then you analyze, and then you retail. So it's a complete end-to-end process. तो जहाँ पे हम सिर्फ ये नहीं बोल सकते कि हम अपने प्रोडक्ट सेल कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे हम प्लानिंग भी करते कि उसको मार्केट में कैसे लेके जाएंगे, लोगों को कैसे शोकेस करेंगे, उसके बाद हम जब लेके गए हैं उसको व्हाट इज द आउटकम ऑफ इट, एंड देन आफ्टर दैट इज द देन यू प्लान कि आगे क्या करना है और हम कस्टमर्स जो प्रीवियस कस्टमर्स हैं उनको कैसे रिटेन करें. अब इसके लिए दो एरियाज हैं, ऑफलाइन एंड ऑनलाइन मार्केटिंग, जिसको हम डिजिटल मार्केटिंग की बात करें. बट ऑफलाइन मार्केटिंग जो हमने लाइक बचपन से और मे बी from the start we have seen like newspapers होते थे हमारे पास, banners और hoardings हमने देखे. तो कोई मुझे बताएगा कि हम जो banners देखते हैं या hoardings देखते हैं, what is the estimate cost of that?
5,000.
5,000?
Depends on the size of the holding.
Okay. Or anyone who's tried for running ads, how much do you spend on social media?
One
Yeah.
week ad cost around 600. on
600?
Facebook.
You can start somewhere between 80-85 rupees a day.
Yes. For
Okay.
week ad.
So now we are going to see it this way. Okay, there obviously we have this digital marketing here, but there is a huge difference when it comes to online and offline marketing. Because offline marketing is not gone anywhere, but it's expensive. And COVID के बाद से, जब से हमने COVID का सिनारियो देखा है, I think हम सब एक टाइम था जब हम सब घर पे आ चुके थे और the shift also didn't happen कुछ टाइम तक. बट देन हमने कॉलेजेस, स्टूडेंट्स हो गए तो वो तो बहुत अच्छे से जानते कि कॉलेजेस ने कैसे ऑनलाइन शिफ्ट लिया. सो द शिफ्ट हैपेंड, बट दैट टाइम पीक लिया डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में. बट यस, देयर वाज अ टाइम व्हेन डिजिटल मार्केटिंग, व्हेन पीपल स्टार्टेड, इट वाज डन अर्लियर आल्सो. इट वाज नॉट दैट डिजिटल मार्केटिंग था पहले, बट यस, पीक कोविड के बाद ज़्यादा हो गया एंड द कंपनीज हु नेवर थॉट टू गो ऑनलाइन, दे वेंट ऑनलाइन. सो इट इज, सो लेट्स सी इट दिस वे. Okay, obviously I told you the basic definition of marketing. So digital marketing is the selling of goods and services through online or digital platforms. Now when I say selling, I still mean it properly, that planning, executing, analyzing. Sure. Let me, since we all are here, हमें सब कुछ ना कुछ न्यूज़ से connected रहते हैं. Tell me any campaigns that you have heard in the previous days जो आपके सबको hit किया है उस पे. किसको मालूम है क्या हो रहा है इंटरनेट पे? किसको नहीं मालूम है? अच्छा, थ्रेड्स सबने डाउनलोड कर लिया? ओके, थ्रेड्स नहीं डाउनलोड किया. ओके, चलो. any campaign, चलो, if you see any kind of commercial campaigns, जैसे अभी एक एग्जांपल देती हूँ, आई थिंक शायद सबने सुना होगा, नहीं सुना तो मैं बता देती हूँ. जैसे एक कैंपेन हुआ था TBZ का, तो वो लोग का कुछ रिलीजियस सेंटिमेंट्स को लोगों को हर्ट हुआ, तो वो कैंपेन नीचे ले जाया गया था. उसमें क्या हुआ था कि उनका मार्केट रिसर्च में there was a gap because which hurted the emotion. So digital marketing is completely like planning, analyzing, and all the steps includes digital marketing. Okay. Now I want some noise. I want to I want you guys to respond also. Okay. Now let's go to the other channels. चलो मुझे guys tell me, आप लोग ने digital marketing जब मैं कह रही हूँ online selling या internet selling, आप लोग ने क्या क्या सुना है अभी तक? Digital marketing में क्या क्या होता है? अभी मुझे Instagram और Facebook का
Ads are there on social media.
Ads are there on social media. Anything else?
Affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing. Okay.
They will search top Google पे results first page पे लाना SEO.
SEO होता है, हाँ. Okay. और
Reach influence to the selling products. Influencer.
influencer. Okay. Okay. And what else?
Email marketing.
Email marketing. Mobile marketing. ठीक है. चलो. So the first thing that you're going to see. सबके पास मोबाइल है. चलो एक एक्टिविटी करते हैं. Guys, go to Google. Search for maybe best restaurants in Mumbai or maybe best hospitals in Mumbai. Okay. कोई भी स्क्रीन पलट के दिखा सकता है, मुख्य होता है. ऊपर जो आपको दिखाई दे रहे हैं, एक तो मैप्स दिखाई दे रहे हैं, ठीक है. ये होता है गूगल बिजनेस, जहाँ पे आपको मैप्स और एड्रेसेस दिखाई देते हैं. ये मैं आपको बाद में बताऊंगी क्या होता है. स्क्रॉल डाउन. किसी को ऐसे एड्स दिखाई दे रहे हैं जहाँ स्पॉन्सर्ड लिखा होता है. स्पॉन्सर्ड लिखा होता है, वो होता है गूगल एड्स. और आप नीचे आओगे थोड़ा, फोर एड्स के बाद एंड देन मैप के बाद कुछ रिजल्ट्स आएंगे जिन पे सिर्फ वेबसाइट का नेम और डिस्क्रिप्शन होता है. वो होता है SEO. वो हम लाते हैं SEO के थ्रू, सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन. ओके, तो जिसको हम कहते हैं ऑर्गेनिक रिजल्ट्स. तो डिजिटल मार्केटिंग जो है वो 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइडेड है. ये सब एरियाज है, मैं एरियाज बताती हूँ, बट उससे पहले मुझे समझना है कि 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइडेड है, ऑर्गेनिक और इनऑर्गेनिक. ऑर्गेनिक मतलब अनपेड. नो. Okay, how do you justify unpaid job?
These are the reviews shared by the individuals, users.
Reviews shared by the individuals, and what is the other way to it? What is the other way to it? Anybody?
And then we paid this.
So the paid one is different. The paid one is the advertising that we are seeing, but unpaid means where you're putting in efforts. Okay, where you're putting in efforts, but आप पेमेंट नहीं कर रहे हो प्लेटफॉर्म. ठीक है, जब आप गूगल पे जाते हो, आप सबने जाके गूगल पे सर्च किया, एंड हम फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट, फ्रॉम कॉलेज टाइम से जब भी हम गूगल पे जाते कोई भी एनीथिंग टू सर्च, वी ऑलवेज हैव दिस अजम्पशन कि गूगल विल गिव अस द राइट रिजल्ट्स. ओके, सेम थिंग कि आप अगर डॉक्टर के पास जा रहे हो, आप एक्सपेक्ट करते हो तो आपको राइट मेडिसिन देगा. अगर डॉक्टर ने राइट मेडिसिन नहीं दी तो आप उसको जो भी करना है कर सकते हो, बट हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशन होता है कि वो राइट मेडिसिन देगा और हमारा राइट डायग्नोसिस करेगा. सेम थिंग अगर आप गूगल के पास जा रहे हो तो गूगल का रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि आपको राइट रिजल्ट्स दे. ठीक है, तो अगर वो राइट रिजल्ट्स देने के लिए गूगल ने कुछ गाइडलाइंस, प्रोटोकॉल, सिर्फ गूगल नहीं है, याहू है, बिंग है, और भी सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स, ये सब ने कुछ गाइडलाइंस सेट की हुई हैं. जो गाइडलाइंस अगर आप फॉलो करते हो तो आप ये टॉप रैंकिंग में जाके प्लेस हो जाते हो, जिसको हम ऑर्गेनिक रिजल्ट्स कहते हैं, जो हम एफर्ट्स के थ्रू गूगल की गाइडलाइंस फॉलो करके और हम रैंक करते हैं. नॉर्मली हम कौन सी वेबसाइट्स क्लिक करते हैं? जब आपने गूगल खोला तो आपने कौन सी वेबसाइट पे क्लिक किया सबसे पहले?
Google.com.
google.com के बाद आपकी क्वेरी डालने के बाद
जो टॉप पे
जो फर्स्ट पे आया एड्स वाली कि विदाउट एड्स वाली?
Without that.
विदाउट एड्स वाली. तो नॉर्मली सबको नंबर 1 पोजीशन पे आना होता है, और उसी के लिए गूगल ने गाइडलाइन सेट की है, सो दैट गूगल आपको राइट आंसर्स दे. और आपको मतलब अगर कोई बिजनेस को वहाँ पहुँचना है तो उसको गूगल की गाइडलाइंस फॉलो करनी पड़ेगी और राइट मेथड से जाना होगा. तो उसको हम कहते हैं सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन. आप उसके अंदर वेबसाइट्स में चेंजेस करते हो, वेबसाइट्स में कीवर्ड्स डालते हो. किसको मालूम है यहाँ पे कीवर्ड्स क्या होता है? गाइस, एनीबडी हु इज अवेयर व्हाट इज कीवर्ड्स?
Search with the keywords, then there are high chances that your website will show up.
Sure, yeah. So what are keywords? Can I
One who
get
wishes
the
to write.
responses from the people who are sitting behind? What are keywords? Last one.
Something that we search with, basically.
That's a query. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to wake up the last bench. Okay, so it's a query that you put. So those are called as keywords. Okay. Now that is about SEO. Social media पे भी आप काफी time जाते हो and you post. Okay. Do you pay for the post for posting on social media? Search engine optimization, but that is also a part of organic, results. अब inorganic मतलब where I am paying to the platforms. So when I say where I am paying to the platform, is it कि मैं सिर्फ Google को pay कर रही हूँ? Social media पे कितनी बार अपने ads देखे होंगे? और how do you identify that those are ads?
It is mentioned sponsored.
It's mentioned as sponsored. Yeah. So social media पे also you can run ads and Google पे also you can run ads. So I'll just give you a common term for it, जिसको हम कहते हैं performance marketing. ठीक है? Performance marketing में जहाँ हम social media और Google पे, any platform if you're running ads, it's called as performance marketing. So ये second area है digital marketing है, जिसके अंदर हम SEM, जिसको search engine marketing कहा जाता है, उसको भी include करते हैं. क्योंकि ये हम Google पे SEM में Google पे ads run कर रहे होते हैं और overall जो area होता है performance marketing का, उसमें Google और social media दोनों पे ads run कर रहे होते हैं. ये मैं आप लोगों को इसलिए बता रही हूँ because when I tell you the positions of careers, you will be able to relate it. ठीक है? Now social media marketing बताओ चलो. Guys, social media marketing क्या है? Through Insta or Facebook. Is it posting organically on your personal platforms? वो social media management होता है. Social media marketing जो हम कहते हैं, it's actually about, it's just not कि you're randomly posting. अभी काफ़ी सारे हम लोगों को देखते हैं, they say I'm good at social media, but it doesn't mean that they excel in social media. They know the basics, उनको basics आता है, but उसके अंदर in depth strategy जाती है. अगर आपको strategy नहीं मालूम है, अगर आपको ads create करना नहीं मालूम है social media platform पे, तो then it is of no use. So for that reason, you have to be a bit, you have to be a bit professionally, because कुछ rules भी होते हैं. कितनी बार ऐसे होता है कुछ लोगों के accounts भी suspend हो जाते हैं social media से. वो क्यों होता है? क्योंकि हमें guidelines properly नहीं मालूम होती. हमें ये लगता है हमें social media मालूम है, हम social media पे post करें. But there are rules, there are guidelines, and you should know about it. And that is why, having some professional knowledge about this industry is very important. Now, okay, email marketing. Email marketing, mails. How many of you access emails here? All of you? कैसे क्या मतलब what kind of emails do you get in your inbox? Promotions. Okay. Any brand that you can justify?
Amazon.
Anything I search on Google, you directly send the email on.
Okay, that's a okay. So email marketing is, it's like connecting to your customers. Email marketing earlier it used to be like professional exchange, very formal mails and all. But now brands do know that अगर मुझे email, if I send emails to the customer, because all of us use emails, it's not gone out of the market. All of us use emails because it's kind of a confidential and personalized communication. तो अब उसमें अगर मेरा ad जा रहा है या if I'm sending the newsletter to my customers, I am keeping my customers aware कि I exist somewhere and coming up with the offers. So that is why email marketing is one important aspect in digital marketing. Sure. Let's go to the other area is mobile marketing. Any idea what is mobile marketing? SMS. It actually covers anything that you do from the mobile devices. It can come, other social media and all of these aspects come into this mobile marketing. But to be specific, your SMS marketing, your how many of you follow Zomato or Swiggy? किसके पास Zomato आते हैं, Swiggy आते हैं? कितनी बार नोटिफिकेशन आते हैं उनके? और कितनी बार दिन पे आपको भूख लगती है उसको देख के? ठीक है, तो let me connect to you. Mobile marketing is, most of the services that you do from the mobile devices, but specializing into your push notification, SMSs and WhatsApp. Now when I say push notification, why does a brand app has to send push notification? Does anyone know about it?
To recall that brand
To
and
recall that brand? Everyone has a mobile. Sometimes every 6 months, 3 months your mobile gives an update. You have unused apps in your mobile phone. और फिर वो app साफ हो जाता है, delete हो जाता है. So to make you, to keep you connected to the app, to increase the followers, it is done to, normally I just give in statistics. What happens is when these apps analyze the traffic, they check how many are daily active users and how many are monthly active users. So they keep a track. So to retain that, numbers also, it is very important to, send push notifications. It's a very important one. Now influencer marketing and content marketing. Guys, what is influencer marketing?
we promote brand through YouTubers and Instagram.
To promote brand through YouTubers and okay. Anyone who's got good followers count, who's doing promotions for anyone here? जानते हैं किसी को यहाँ पे? या खुद लोग करते हो? I think we have a lot of people now doing it daily. Okay, when I say influencer marketing, does it mean कि एक influencer जो भी है वो सारी categories को businesses को promote कर सकता है? हर business का एक अलग, there is a proper audience for it and there is a special category for it. Now I'm going to connect to you with a very common example. When I say influencer marketing, influencer is someone जिसको लोग सुनते हैं उसको follow करते हैं. So there is a good way to it when they promote, like when there was COVID. A lot of influencers, in fact government ने भी काफी सारे celebrities और influencers को hire किया था to promote the message कि do this, follow this guideline. But on the second side, if you see, these influencers, I think I don't know how many of you watch this TVC or this thing. It's like Shah Rukh Khan or someone who are very well known, and if they do a negative brand like some pan masala ad, what message does it give to the customers? It's a negative message, and they are doing it for the business. But when we see the influencer marketing, when you are working with a company, you also have to see that you're not promoting or you're not, when you manage a, for example, if you're working with a company and you yourself become an influencer in future, in both the cases you have to see that you don't convey a wrong message because audience are going to follow you. Influencer कुछ भी बोलता है लोग follow करते हैं. Content marketing. How many of you know something about AI? किसने ChatGPT यूज किया अभी तक? क्या करता है ChatGPT हमारे साथ? क्या हमें हेल्प करता है?
Queries. Whatever you pose the question, it gives.
Okay. And how many of you feel कि ChatGPT हमारी जॉब लेने आया है? Why so? क्यों ऐसा लगता है? सब चीज करता है तो क्या हो गया? पर उसको सब चीज करने के लिए भी हमें उसको कमांड देना होता है ना?
Use as ChatGPT use as a tool to our field. Otherwise, we have.
Yeah, so the thing is that ChatGPT or any AI tool, now there are tools, for example, graphic designing जिसको हम कहते हैं. Now there are tools like Midjourney और काफ़ी सारे ऐसे tools हैं जिनको आप सिर्फ कमांड दो और वो इमेज बना के दे देते हैं. ठीक है, तो ये जो tools आए हैं ये हमें हेल्प करने आए हैं. हमें इनको ऐसे नहीं देखना है कि ये हमारी जॉब ले लेंगे या हमें ये सीखना ज़रूर है कि टूल्स को ऑपरेट कैसे करते हैं, क्योंकि दिस इज द फ्यूचर, यू कैन गेट अवे विद इट. But if I'm talking about ChatGPT, it helps me create content. It helps me write good content, maybe in a good language. We know basic language, English, Hindi, whatever language we speak. हम उसमें लिख लेते हैं content. लेकिन जो represent करने वाला content होता है, it has to be formulated very well. So that is what ChatGPT does for us, or similar tools like ChatGPT. So these tools you have to get in the human element. मैंने काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट्स या काफ़ी सारे लोगों को देखा है, पिक अप द कंटेंट फ्रॉम ChatGPT, पोस्ट इट. वैसे नहीं होता. अगर आप ह्यूमन एलिमेंट नहीं दोगे, इट्स कम्प्लीटली बेस्ड ऑन there is a data feeding happening and all of these. That is why it's responding to you. So these tools are just for the help. Okay, and yes, so content is something which is very important. Now tell me, I follow a social media page of some XYZ clothing brand. Okay? And now they're just doing one thing, they're just posting about their products. how long are you going to be connected to that brand? How long are you going to be connected to that brand?
Maybe not that much.
Not that much.
It has to be unique post, so in order to get connected.
So it has to be a unique code. Okay. So nowadays, let me just use a word for it. It is about emotional connect. If I don't connect to a brand emotionally, I might just, after some time, might just disconnect with it, and I might just go to a new brand that is doing good. So, okay guys, tell me some examples that you know, some brands that are doing very good online, and how do you recognize them? When did you realize about Amazon? What did they do?
Big sales.
It's a very new brand. You've just seen the ad for the first time.
Almost nil.
Almost nil. How many of you have got into the trouble of buying from a very new brand and not getting things? I know this happens. That is why I'm making this point. So yes, obviously, for me to make my customer reconnect to me or connect to me, recall, I have to be surrounding the customers from all the areas. My ads should be going to them again and again. So there is something called as advertising. There is something called as remarketing in advertising itself. So जो कभी-कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि हम कुछ प्रोडक्ट या कुछ बात कर रहे होते हैं और you can see. So that is all happening. Okay. So now from a career perspective, okay, let me tell you a fact for all of you sitting here. Either you plan to take digital marketing as a career, or either you want to get into any field. In the future or even today, having basic knowledge of digital marketing is very, very important. It's become a skill now. Okay, it's more than a profession, it's a skill now. So the students who are moving ahead, obviously the professionals, they might have come across in such scenarios where people might ask them, or you might just for example, if you're working in the customer service department. Now digital marketing is not my field, digital marketing is not my forte. But if I'm talking about customer service, I need to also see if my reviews online also matters. Okay, so in both the cases, if you are a professional doctor, lawyer, whatever you're planning to do, it's a good option that you learn digital marketing, because then you have the skill to promote your profession or services online by yourself. Otherwise you'll have to hire someone. Basics सब कर लेते हैं, but what about the strategy? What about implementing things in place? What about the right and wrong of these platforms? Obviously जब हम ज़्यादा grow कर रहे हैं तो उसके around laws भी हैं, उसके around laws आ भी रहे हैं. So it is not that कि the government or maybe whatever international platforms are there, they're not setting rules. There's a limit to it. For example, if I keep on tweeting on Twitter, or maybe if I use some wrong language, for now also there is something जो limited है जहाँ पे आपकी tweet को remove कर दिया जाता है, suspend कर दिया जाता है accounts को. So there are rules, but still we are not too much onto it. But yes, in the future we might see a very strict policy. So if you are planning to take digital marketing as a career, or if you are not planning to take digital marketing as a career, in all the scenarios you should know these skills. Okay, so skills meaning a web, how do you rank a website? If you have your own website, how do you rank your social media pages? How do you connect to your customers through emails? If you are building up app, how do you send push notifications? Or if you have like advertising, how do you run ads? So it's a very important thing. Now let's see it this way. How many of you plan to start something as a business, and how many of you want to work with companies? It's a very equal ratio, because I have also worked with companies and I have also started a business after that. So how many of you plan to do that? Who's planning to start a business? Okay, so you want to start a business, and what about others? Promote. Okay, no, I have a reason of asking this question. Okay, so how many of you plan to work with a company, and how many of you want to start your own business? What is the ratio here? You want to start? Okay. What about business? What about others?
Basically, first for companies, for gaining knowledge on how to connect this talking.
Okay. I'm going to part others. Yes. You want to work? Students? क्या करना है?
Working.
हाँ?
Working.
Working करना है. Okay, चलो. I think it's a fair point कि you work with a company, take the experience in either cases. See, the best part of working with a company is you learn a lot. You learn what, apart from these online things, but you learn what are operations, you learn how to manage HR, you learn a lot of things, and it's very important to come from that environment. So you can always be from, you can always choose a career to work with companies, and you can always choose a career if you want to do business. In both the cases, now digital marketing gives you both the options. Okay, a lot of people, I'll tell you, is they are working also with companies, and they are also, you know, doing their own business as well. Sorry, I think it's quite
Cold? Hot.
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 So the digital marketing itself gives you two options here. One is you can work with the companies. Second is you can start your own business. Own business doesn't always mean that you have an office or you have a big setup and all. Digital marketing, if I have a laptop, if I have a phone, if I have an iPad or a tab, whatever device I have, is more than enough for me. Okay? That doesn't mean that you don't have to concentrate. You have to concentrate, but yes, it's all about you can be on remote with it. That's one of the plus point of digital marketing, and you can also do it with your job. Now, when I say job opportunities, guys, how many of you are there on LinkedIn? Yeah. All of you use it? Okay. I don't see the students raising their hands. नहीं जाता है क्यों?
ग्रेजुएशन चल रही है.
ग्रेजुएशन चल रही है तो उसे लिंक्डइन का क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Why not LinkedIn? चलो. Anybody? Why not LinkedIn? I have a reason to ask this. You're there on LinkedIn. I have a reason to ask this. Why not LinkedIn? Okay. So let me tell you one thing. अगर किसको जॉब ढूंढनी होगी आप किधर जाओगे? Naukri.com पे आज भी Naukri.com उसी लेवल पे वर्क करता है. You think so? LinkedIn पे आ चुका है. They actually connect jobs to LinkedIn. What about others? What are other platforms? Monster. Work India. Okay. And what others? Now let me tell you a truth, and I think anyone who's using LinkedIn is very much aware of what I'm trying to say is when I am looking out for a job, when I'm looking out for a customers for my business, okay, then me having LinkedIn profile is similar to me sending a CV to a company. आज के टाइम पे जब आप कोई कंपनी में अप्लाई करते हैं, लोग है ना HR जो है, the HRs they don't go through your CV. First they go to your profile and check. Okay? So for all the students, being in graduation is not a matter. Instagram है ना? So Instagram में तो LinkedIn भी you can always have. Okay? So if you're starting your career, building a proper profile on LinkedIn is so important. बिकॉज आप वहाँ से जॉब्स के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. आपके कंटेंट के थ्रू लोग आपको सामने से अपॉर्चुनिटीज देते हैं एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ प्रैक्टिकल केसेस. ओके, पीपल हैव गॉट जॉब्स फ्रॉम देयर एंड स्टिल दे गेट जॉब्स भी मिलते हैं, बिजनेस लीड्स भी आती है. So you know LinkedIn has got that advantage. I'm not talking about your Instagram or Facebook not giving you that value, but Instagram and Facebook are more casual towards especially in professional side, and this is a bit more serious. So when I say Naukri.com, when I say Monster.com, all of them post their jobs on LinkedIn. It's because there is a vast audience there. Okay? So now when I say job opportunities, if I'm telling you all these job opportunities, you can just go open your LinkedIn today and check all these. Most of the jobs are available with good companies, and most of the good companies post their jobs there. Now tell me, what if you do a course, okay? What is the first thing after the course you're going to do? Internship. Okay. What does internship teach you?
How How to connect with clients?
How to connect with client, okay. What does internship teach you?
Polytasking. Polytasking.
Polytasking, okay. Anything? So, when I am talking about doing a course, okay, from a professional side, I always recommend to do a course. When I'm talking about digital marketing also, because our session is about digital marketing, careers in digital marketing. So, anyone who thinks that, okay, I have done, 10th or maybe 12th or 15th, I'm not in favor of people working after 10th or 12th. It's more like they complete the graduation and take up a job. That's going to be the basic education level that is there. So it's very important. But when you're planning to do digital marketing, do a professional course and then take the step ahead. But when you're doing a professional course, always take internship, either paid or unpaid. काफी सारे टाइम पे हमसे होता है कि there's an internship available and people say कि going for an unpaid internship is not fair. See, learning for 3 months or 6 months or maybe 1 year by not getting paid is also very fruitful at some stage, because you get your hands-on experience. Okay, when you work as an intern, you get exposure, promoted to manager. So similar to other industries, we have all these positions available, and it is not that there are agencies who have all these positions. Nowadays, there are companies who hire at this position. So a company like, for example, any company like your Vodafone, or maybe we see these days, everyone will have an internal person who's handling their each platform. Maybe not just one person, proper team. That's one thing. Second thing is they might hire an agency, that's an outsourcing, okay, giving out a project. So now when I say job opportunity, so the job opportunity in this time, especially with post 22 and 23 and after this, is vast. So you can start as an intern, then you can become a social media manager, you can become a SEO manager, or you can become a executive. Obviously you start with an intern and then you reach to the executive level. So when I started, I told you there is SEO, there is social media, there is performance marketing, there is email marketing. Everyone in each of these areas there is a position available. So you have a SEO executive, you have a SEO manager, you have a SEO head and SEO strategist. Similarly, you have a social media strategist, you have a the entire digital marketing intern also is there. So this, apart from being specializing into each area, okay, from a student or from a your, I think phone is ringing. So for all of you, tell me one thing, what is your area of specialization? If till now whatever I've told you about digital marketing, what is your area of interest in digital marketing? Which field would you prefer to do? Social media? What about others? Anything that specifically gets into areas? Social media and SEO. Okay. What about others? If I have to give you an option of getting into digital marketing, what is the area that you want to get into? YouTuber, okay. Fair enough, that's also good. What other options? Okay. So yes, I know that the answer is mostly about social media, okay. But one very practical scenario that I'm talking about the industry is everyone wants to get into social media. The market is getting a bit exhausted, okay. That's one thing. Second thing is the other areas like advertising, that's performance marketing and SEO, is so very important, because from a social media, any customer who comes to your social media, they are redirected to the website. So it is a connected chain. So the SEO is also not going anywhere, the paid marketing is also not going anywhere. And in fact, let me tell you a practical scenario कि अगर मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ, आप सोचते हो social media interesting है, get into the other areas of digital marketing. It's way more interesting. So SEO has got so much to learn. Performance marketing has got so much to learn, and there are so many activities. There are people are really brands are too much into it, and for big brands they are into all of these areas. They are just not stuck with social media, but SEM, mobile marketing, email marketing, all of it. Okay. Anyone who's into website designing or web development, basic designing आती है? You are a web developer or you know how to do it? You know how to do it. Okay. What about others? Anyone who's tried doing this area?
SEO मतलब website building.
Website building क्या? SEO भी implement किया उस पर?
हाँ.
Okay. So you did it on a WordPress?
Basically, I am doing my internship for a company.
Okay.
So that's why I am doing SEO.
So it's what platform was it? It was a WordPress or something?
WordPress.
Okay. So yeah, that's fair enough. You get good options also to do it. So yeah, since he's come up with this, anyone now let me give you just an idea. कि किसी ने WordPress का नाम सुना है यहाँ पे? Shopify का नाम सुना है? सुना है? I think almost no. Okay. चलो. I'll tell you one thing. WordPress is a user-friendly platform to build websites, and millions of websites are built on it. Okay? Millions of websites are built on it. और उसपे आप there is something called as plugins. जहाँ पे आप plugins add करके you can implement SEO, you can connect it to your social media platforms, you can have that email marketing area connected to it. So it's a user friendly platform जहाँ पे अगर आपको coding नहीं आती है, आपको website build up नहीं करनी आती है, so you can always go with WordPress. There are few other similar sites like Wix and all, but WordPress is one of the top leaders doing this. Okay, so why I said web developer or web designer included in digital marketing is because we are very closely connected. The SEO that we do and the website, although we are like rivals, क्योंकि हम कुछ बोलते हैं वेबसाइट वाले कुछ और बोलते हैं, क्योंकि उनको डिजाइनिंग एंगल से देखना होता है और हमें we see it from the angle के these platforms like search engine के कुछ guidelines हमें उनको follow करके उसको implement करना होता है, but website people also see it कि ठीक है the designing will get hampered. So there is a clash, but if you have knowledge of website and SEO both, then I think you are on the right track to develop a website and grow it and promote it in the right way. Okay? So now let's go down. Okay. There is something called as online reputation executive. Can you see the last one? Anybody has got an idea?
No idea.
Online reputation executive manager. Anybody knows what is online reputation management?
Celebrity.
PR activity. Okay.
PR activity for celebrity.
Sorry.
Celebrity we use the PR activity.
Okay. Celebrity the PR activity. Okay. Okay. Now I'll give you a common example. If I go to a shop, okay, physical shop, and if the shopkeeper or any team member in the shop misbehaves with me, what is going to be my response? उसने मुझसे अच्छे से बात नहीं किया, मे बी बिहेवियर राइट नहीं था या जो भी था. What is it?
Ask for manager.
Ask for the manager. कंप्लेन करोगे? ये ऑफलाइन हो गया.
Yeah.
आप जाके अपने फैमिली और फ्रेंड्स को क्या बोलोगे? रिव्यूज नेगेटिव हो जाएंगे, वहाँ जाना नहीं, द स्टाफ इज नॉट गुड. ठीक है, मतलब इट्स अ वर्ड ऑफ माउथ ऑफलाइन. सेम थिंग हैपेंस व्हेन इट कम्स टू ऑनलाइन. ओके, सेम थिंग हैपेंस व्हेन इट कम्स टू ऑनलाइन. If I get a negative experience, for example, I am purchasing something from Amazon or maybe any e-commerce. Now, the product was not good or maybe it was not, done or the delivery was not on time. Maybe I am using an app. The app is crashing again and again. In all the cases, what has happened is my experience with that particular brand has gone back. And what I am going to do is, I'll give a negative feedback. I'll give a negative feedback and then वो reputation पे hamper करता नहीं करता. ठीक है? Now, yes, PR activity or celebrity PR management. How many times do you see a celebrity when people troll a celebrity, maybe abuse them? How many times do you see they coming and abusing people the way they are abusing? They don't do it. कभी-कभी दे देते हैं, but they don't abuse. They don't really go into that because it is going to hamper their reputation. So what they do is, they write the formal note and put it out in the media that this has happened and we apologize if it's required, and if it's not required then they just clear the statement. So when I say online reputation management is actually managing a brand reputation, individual's reputation online. Because for example, I might have got a negative feedback today, but after maybe 2-3 years I am doing good. काफी टाइम ऐसा होता है ना कि कुछ ट्वीट्स बहुत पुराने होते हैं एकदम से सडनली बाहर आ जाते हैं. What is that? That hampers my reputation at this. I'll just give you a live case. So we had a brand coming up and they wanted to do their SEO and marketing, but somehow the owner of that particular brand had got negative something, some issue had happened, and the entire thing was published in the newspapers, which was also published on. So the comment or the requirement was that we have to do the marketing in such a strong way that that particular article moves down. See, you can request the publication to give an internal connect and either report it, but then in both the cases it's a bit dicey. So then you have to work with the marketing, but either not get into the soup and maintain your reputation from the start. Okay. Similarly for Google also. When I talk about Google or when I talk about apps, हम जाके जो review लिखते हैं वो सिर्फ brand के लिए नहीं होते, Google के लिए भी होते हैं. Okay. So what search engines do is either you write it on the Play Store or either you write it on the Apple Store, wherever you write. Search engines जो होते हैं, they actually recognize कि it's a good or a bad review. And if you are responding to it or if you are not responding to it, अगर आप respond नहीं करो तो वो search engines के लिए भी negative हो जाता है. It's just not with the customers, but it's also for the search engine. Online reputation, it has to be a clear image so that you are not in the negative sense with the customers, neither today, not after 10 years also, if you don't. Okay. Now I told you there are two areas. One is job opportunities. Job market is very vast. You can always, every company has got each position. If I say executive level, for example, intern will be more about learning. So they will have a guidance to, they'll have a person who's guiding them what to do, what not to do. And every time you do something, you have to take an approval. Approval to काफी positions के बाद भी लेना होता है. But at least that is start stage, and that's when you start learning. उसके बाद आता है आपका executive position. So when you are giving minor tasks. So for example, if I am doing SEO, so there is some area of SEO like off-page SEO जिसमें हम content post करते हैं उसकी website. That's one of the most common work that is given to a SEO person. जिसको बोलते हैं off-page SEO. Then you come like okay, what do you understand by a strategist? What does a strategist do? He's got a major role in the entire thing.
Planning.
Planning the campaign.
Planning the entire strategy for the brand, either it's for SEO or either it's for social media. If he's not smart enough, the entire campaign can go wrong. So it's a very important position, but he has to get, if you are good at analyzing things, market research and all, then you can become a strategist, and then comes your head and the rest of the positions. So this is about the job opportunities. Now when I say online businesses, become a professional blogger. Okay. What is how many of you know there are people who have started earning only through online platforms? And we know a lot more, many of them, like, how do you earn through online platforms? As a business, independently.
Stock market. We create a blog,
You create a blog.
write articles,
Write
travel
articles.
blogs or anything.
Yeah.
And then Google will run ads on that.
Google will run ads. That's a part of AdSense also. So if you get good visits on your blog, you start earning from Google itself. You can start freelancing. What does freelancing actually mean? How many of you have heard this term called freelancing?
Independent.
Independent work. But how do you do it? Like independently, how do you do it?
There are several websites like Fiverr.
So they provide projects. Yes. Okay. So Fiverr and Upwork and all, these are the websites that have where people go and list their projects and they hire freelancers from there. But apart from that, obviously you can become, if you're not listed to these sites, you can always put down your services on social media or LinkedIn or anywhere, and people can directly connect to you and you can take up this project. So freelancing is also a very good opportunity. So I'll just give an example here. A lot of times, I'm just trying to connect the females. Sometimes because what happens is with males, there are times that everyone goes out and work, but there are chances where females get restricted because of household responsibility or kids around. So now in such cases, the best opportunity that digital marketing gives them is they can utilize this online platforms, like, start some professional channel. It's not about, see, there's always a concept that you put in music and all, you're going to win. Social media or your digital marketing is not about that. You write good content. If you're good at any of your skills, for example, your mehndi also or cooking also, people are earning lakhs of rupees through these by just putting up the content. They are not showing their faces also. So it is just a plus point for the females if they are not able to go out. But yes, apart from that, if you're going out or if you're not going out, even for the males also, if you want to be on your own, or if you're working within company also, in both the cases, digital marketing gives you an option of being independent. Okay. Now, YouTuber. How many of you follow YouTube? How many of you are there on YouTube? What has YouTube done for us? I'll tell you a very practical thing about YouTube is obviously of Google, but the second thing that YouTube has done for us is got the most sensitive age group. अब मेरे ये वर्ड का मीनिंग कोई बता सकता है?
For the kids.
So youngsters.
Youngsters तो you get out of kids, yes. What age kids?
Even one age around YouTube. Listen to rhymes and all.
Okay, it's 1.5 years, 1 year, okay. And what about the old age? That's 50 though is normal, 60, 65. You can see a kid of 2 years, 4 years in your house taking those YouTube rhymes to a senior citizen of 75, 80 years. If you are that old people, they still can use YouTube. They're still able to use YouTube. Okay? So you see the audience that is present out there. So when I say become a YouTuber, you have got a lot of scope in YouTube. Now the good news about social media is just not about YouTube. Now Instagram, obviously there was brand collaboration and other things earlier, but now what has happened is Instagram, Facebook, and they have started paying the users. Obviously there's a competition. There's a competition कि YouTube को hit करना है, लेकिन वो लोग ने भी pay करना चालू कर दिया. So you can become an independent professional. Okay. What do you understand by affiliate marketing or dropshipping business?
Promote other services.
Promote other services. Okay.
Sharing a link with that product page.
Okay. So how do you get paid in such scenario?
It's a customer visit to buy something from them.
So if the customers buy something, then you get paid. Okay. So what happens with this is there's a percentage sharing, revenue happens. Most of the time if you go to website, you might see very common example I'll say is Amazon and Flipkart. Although the website might not have Amazon and Flipkart as a part of their content, but you see those ads surrounded your websites with. So this is also one area where you just click on it and you get promoted. Then you get a lot of calls also. I think if you're using any social media platforms, people might just put a DM to you. They might just put most of the times they say, okay, you get paid, like you can earn 3,000 rupees a day, maybe 2,000. That's just to, provoke you. Obviously, it actually requires, when I say network marketing and all, it actually requires a lot of time, a lot of patience, and from a career perspective, it is really not a good option. Either you go and prepare your blogs, or maybe create some channel or create some social media pages and do it, or either just become a freelancer and take a project. If you're good at any of the skills, not just social media but any of the skills, just take a project, and that is one another option. And you can also become a trainer or a coach. See, coach or a trainer, I would say, if you are good and you know that you can teach people, because you have, when you're teaching something, you also know, you should know the right and wrong of it. So that also is an option. And then obviously, why digital marketing or why going to internet is so important? Because if you see, the statistics have been growing tremendously. Like the growth has happened. I told you, we saw that the change happened for us was in 22 to 21 say 22 के time में जब COVID था. But before that also digital marketing has played a very important role. Okay, this is the salary estimates, like how much you get, and if you're an executive, you get 1.5 to 4 Right. It depends. See, the statistics or the numbers that are given here, it will vary from organization to organization. If it's a small organization, if it's a big organization, so it varies from companies to companies, and that is how the margin changes. Okay. Now, top trends of 2023. Now, keyword research and utilization of AI tools for content. I think we started with this. We were talking about the top trends. We were, why is what is keyword and all. So when I say keyword research and utilization of AI tools for content. So keyword research. Why is keyword research so important for a brand? Why is keyword research so important for a brand? And when I'm saying that it's still going to be a trend for the next coming years. Why is keyword research so important for a brand?
Because they want to know what keyword people are using to search so that their search result comes up.
They come up. Okay. Is it restricted to only Google results or is it restricted to other platforms also?
This is rising on LinkedIn also nowadays.
LinkedIn also? Yes. Other social media platforms also? It is very important. So when I say keyword research, I'm doing the right kind of keyword research. Keyword research is something where I actually try to find out what my users are searching for. That's one thing. What my competitors. How do you justify your competitors? How do you justify your competitors? For example, I'm starting a clothing brand, okay? I know a brand like Zara. Do you think, except if I'm not Ambani Adani or something like that. Not really? You can't really tell. Because when you start a business, every level of business has got a different competitor, okay? So you have to see it that way, okay, what type of keywords are my competitors using? How are they getting business? And then you grow. And you grow with strategy and you keep on upgrading your keywords. But you cannot, if I'm starting a business, I cannot, today if I plan to start a business, I cannot just compete with Zara and use the keyword. I'll take another 10 years to grow like this. If I'm starting from scratch, okay? So that's one. Now, so keyword research is about, when I say keyword research, is it very casual keywords or there are the intention changes with each keyword? How does it change? How does the intention change with each keyword? I just want to, I'm giving you a scenario guys. If I am searching for something, ठीक है, मुझे information निकालना, what type of keywords am I going to use? और मुझे कुछ खरीदना है, what type of keywords am I going to use? और किसी के technical, हाँ, किसी के technical specification देखना है, what type of keywords am I going to use? Based on your requirements, keywords के, type बदलते जाते हैं. So there is something called as informational keyword, there is something called as transactional keyword. So this is what I'm going to say, okay? So the keywords when I say it cannot be generalized. So when you are doing it for your own research, if you're planning to start a blog or something, understand that you cannot just stick to, okay, ये keyword ही डालना है, इससे ये हर keyword का एक अलग meaning होता है, उसके basis पे you do the entire research, okay? Now, utilization of AI tools for content. Chalo, I'll tell you one quick thing out here. I told you about ChatGPT. Now, if I have to prepare a content for a brand using keywords, how is ChatGPT going to help me? I have the keyword list ready, or if I want the keyword also, how is ChatGPT going to help me? I'm just telling about ChatGPT. There are many others, but since we are there, so obviously, guys, rack your brains. I want you to think about it. How is ChatGPT going to help me if I have to prepare a content? If I have done some keyword research, if I have to prepare a content with that, or either if I want this platform ChatGPT to give me the keywords for a brand, what type of command should I be giving them?
Use the relevant prompt in the way of the what you want.
ChatGPT provide you speech kind of note, content writing format.
So let me I'll tell you one thing. You have to put the brand name. Okay. For example, if you have a competitor, you can ask for the brand name. If you have a live website, you can put your live website link. Tell them that I want you to prepare a content for the home page or about us page using these many keywords. just give the command and check the results. Okay?
Right.
I am not putting you all on ChatGPT, but I told you these tools are there to help you. So yes, you are doing some, you're learning something from those tools. Don't misuse them, but use them. Okay? Now if I want ChatGPT to give me the keywords for a particular brand, I'll put the URL and command ChatGPT, please give me the relevant keywords for this particular brand. Normally, I don't suggest doing your keyword research through ChatGPT because there are various types of keywords and it's not a right way to do it. But yes, if you have a very quick thing, so then you can use it. Otherwise, if you prepare a keyword list, go to ChatGPT, give the website name or URL, tell it to using these keywords, please prepare the content around it. Or if you don't want to put the website URL, just ask ChatGPT that I'm giving you this keyword. Please prepare 200 words or maybe 300 words or 500 words blog around it. Okay, so I'm just giving an idea in case if you have something. I don't want the college students to write assignments from there. Okay, so please make sure that because exams में आप mobile लेके नहीं बैठ सकते, तो कुछ मतलब it's not going to help you in the long run. But yes, professionally जब जाओगे तो you will take help of these tools. Any tools that we can use for our keyword results are Ahrefs, SEMrush, SE ranking, keyword planner. Anybody has heard about Google Keyword Planner? कभी सुना है? Okay. So if you are planning to do your keyword research, use Google Keyword Planner. That's one of the best tools to use. And there are various other tools that I've mentioned. Okay. Optimizing for voice searches. Now what do I mean by this? Voice searches. What does voice searches mean?
Voice command.
Voice command.
Voice command. How many times do you use voice command?
Only on Alexa.
Only on Alexa. Okay. But Alexa you're using. Okay, what does Alexa respond when you are giving the voice command to Alexa? I don't want obviously people do a lot of time pass on that, but professionally I'm asking. What is the response that Alexa gives you when you're trying to search something? Anybody who's tried searching anything on
Gives
Google?
you the information.
It gives you the information. Doesn't it give you the source also? It gives you the results and it gives you the source also. From there it is getting the information. Okay? So that is why if I have a website, if I am running it, obviously apart from doing the SEO, there is something called as VSO, voice search optimization, where I make my website so smooth that AI, these tools like Alexa, Google Assistant easily navigate to my website and get you the content, and that is where I can connect to my customers. That's a very important area, and voice searches are increasing, and obviously there's no way it's going to go back because the way the AI devices are coming, it's changing. The technology is also everything is like we expect that everything is going to be on voice command. We are not going to even move out from the chair. सब कुछ हमारे आगे आने वाला है. But that's the future. You can't help it. So yes, and even if you see the senior citizens or someone who's not very proficient with the language or something like that, they also try to give or typing also. They also give voice commands and do their searches. And we see this in our houses also. So that is why doing voice search optimization, optimizing your business for voice searches is very important. And plus with these AI tools coming into picture, it is not going anywhere. It's going to grow. Now, third very important thing was I told you three things. So the third one is Google Business Profile Optimization. Guys, how many of you know you saw the Google Business where does it appear? Okay. When in the start I told you do some research of best restaurants and everything. Why is maintaining a good Google Business Profile so important? And why do you need one? Why do you need a Google Business Profile? जिसको हम Google My Business भी बोलते हैं. Obviously the name is changed to Google Business Profile. It attracts the customers.
To link the website.
In the website, okay.
And to keep good reputation.
There is something called as local searches. Have you heard about the term called local searches? Local. What does local word mean?
City level.
Of your area.
Nearby.
within the
Nearby.
vicinity or within the area or within a particular space. Now that is one of the plus point of Google My Business is you can grow locally. So anyone who's searching for a clinic, okay, if I have done my listing on Google Business Profile, then I am likely to appear in the top 3 boxes. Okay, those 3 pack जो कहा जाता है जो आप लोग open करा के अपने search किया, so 3 businesses appear करें. So to get into that position, people hire proper agencies to do that. Then I'll just give an idea. Obviously, if you are staying in an area, now we have a lot of local vendors. Okay, this is a kind of a good work that you can do, but this is also for learning also. Okay, when you're staying in an area, you see your kirana shop or something like that. These guys are not very proficient with technology, and these online apps, unka matlab everyone's business have been hampered. Like you have this Grofers or Blinkit all coming in, and they have the storage. Now with this kirana shops, you can tell them, okay, I will do your listing on Google Business. Okay, I will do your listing on Google Business. You just have to put their entire address. You get a verification code, and their business starts appearing on Google Business. So this can be done for any shop that's there in your area which is not business. You can learn, and you don't have to charge every time. It's not about charging. It's just about utilizing your skills with the people if they are not proficient enough. So I would just say, any student also, even for the students, try utilizing this tool called Google Business Profile. This is Google My Business का आता था, and you can list or forget about the not just these kirana shop or any others, but family में भी कोई business run कर रहा है. All of us do some we have people who do small businesses and all. So उनको भी you can help them and list them at Google My Business. You can always give a command that I don't want you to show my address. Postcard आपके address happened with us, and we are working on the project still. So it happened that the Google Business Profile got hacked. The time we took the project, it was already hacked, but these guys were posting images with numbers on it, and this particular brand had no idea, and these online hackers were taking money in the links. So जैसे आपने Google Business Profile पे देखो कि वहाँ पे numbers दिखाई देता है, directions दिखाई देता है, website दिखाई देता है. So what they did is they hacked the entire account, they modified the website, they changed the name. Okay, they did all that, and after that they started collecting money. And whenever the customers come to the physical location, and like, we don't have your booking. The place, obviously the staff is we don't have your booking. So these guys realized that it has been compromised. But what was happening is they were unable to manage that thing. So your internet security is so very important. Okay. So somehow we had to connect to Google and get it recovered. Still, there are chances that they try to attack, but we've got on the safer side. But it can happen with anyone. It's just not about Google Business, but your website also, your social media accounts. Anytime have you heard that anybody's social media account being compromised? इसका social media account गया है अभी तक? Friends में काफी there are links that are being circulated. Especially those cryptocurrencies ones are very common. They show you big money and they say I'm earning, and it happens with people like you might even not realize that it's one of your friends that's putting the status, and it says I earn so much from these cryptocurrencies, especially on Instagram and these platforms, but their accounts get compromised. They don't realize it. And if you get into that trap, you are a victim to it, obviously. So when I talk about digital marketing, or when I say about online marketing, you also have to be very careful. It's just not about restricting case नहीं सब कुछ अच्छा होता है, उसका एक negative side है, ठीक है? So Google Business, I think when I say Google Business Profile, it's very similar to your social media platforms. You can post photos out there, you can do your regular posting out there, जैसे image डाल के, captions डाल के, वो सब डाल सकते हो, और उसके बाद it helps if someone's putting up keywords, it gets connected to your keyword, and your businesses appear apart from locally, but it grows. It supports your SEO also. I think it's not okay, guys. Till here, any questions till here for now?
So all of us must have come here with a expectation, right?
Yeah.
With some thoughts in mind कि आज हम जा रहे हैं, 2 घंटा डाल रहे हैं. So expert is here. आपको अगर कुछ चीज़ यहाँ कवर नहीं हुई और आपका सवाल था, इसके लिए आप यहाँ पे आए थे, please put up that question. That when you go out from here, you have at least got your expectation met. और ये जो सेशन हमारे मास्टर क्लास में होते हैं, ये फ्री इसलिए रखे जाते हैं बस हमारे पास आइडियाज़ या थॉट्स बहुत होते हैं, हमें ये करना चाहिए क्या, बट पूछने वाला मेंटर नहीं होता सामने. तो इसीलिए ये थॉट्स हैं, इसीलिए ये मेंटर्स यहाँ पे आते हैं, अपना टाइम देते हैं, और ये सब मतलब वो इसीलिए कर रहे हैं ताकि कोई भी हमें से किसी को अगर हेल्प चाहिए हो किसी तरह की हेल्प मिल सके. If she is fair enough to have put her number out there, you can even connect later with her. But still मतलब अगर आप आए हो इतना लंबा टाइम निकाल के, तो put up any question that you have, which might be helpful for the other people also who are available.
See, I think all of you use internet, right? और ऐसा कुछ तो होगा ही हमारे सामने जो हमने देखा होगा, बट हमें नहीं मालूम ये, you know how it is published on the internet.
So basically मेरा एक सवाल था कि we run the blood donation camps. Okay?
Yeah.
So the number of donors are not increasing. We are running since last 10 years. So 80, 85, 90, somewhat 50 also during the COVID. लेकिन अभी उसको अगर reach करना है तो हम कहाँ से start करेंगे?
So
From
you're
area we do it.
You're doing it from the area.
Area.
So do you have any social media?
Yeah, we
presence?
have only Facebook account.
You have Facebook now.
Specific
You know
Facebook.
these online platforms like obviously Keto and Impact Guru.
Mhm.
So you can always take their help. They also allow you to do this social activities. So if you're doing something, try to plan your campaigns. You know, there is something called as events also.
Events.
Google पे भी होता है, Facebook पे भी होता है. So you can create some events out there. That is also helpful. That will reach out to the people and put up the location. So वो सराउंडिंग लोगों को बताएगा. इनफैक्ट या गूगल बिजनेस पे भी अगर आपने कभी अगर आप रजिस्टर्ड एनजीओ हो तो या कुछ रजिस्टर्ड एनजीओ के साथ काम करो तो उनको गूगल बिजनेस पे भी अगर आप ये पॉइंट डालोगे, यू पुट दिस दैट यू कमिंग अप, देयर इज ऑप्शन ऑफ एडिंग इवेंट्स ऑन गूगल बिजनेस. So that is also one area where you can start.
What if we got some social media message which is they are cheating to us? We know these people are cheater, but how we will track them and what is the legal procedure? The legal team will help us to track this kind of people.
See, in what way are you talking?
For example, actually I have seen one ad where they have shown that we are buying the currency which is 786 and we are paying 5 lakhs rupees. Actually I am into the process, I am doing some investigation in that, I am in investigation field. So I have read somewhere how these people are cheater.
Yeah.
So just I want to know if we have found some people those are doing a cheating business in online, how not the solution for it?
Like I told you with the Google business thing, we had to connect to Google. We knew that the hacking happened and those are cheaters. They used to literally call the staff of the team and say, okay, you know, we have your account and you can't use it. So we have to get connected to Google. So in such cases, you have to specifically see there is an option of reporting. One thing is reporting, and obviously you can complain to the platform, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, anywhere you have the option of reporting the content. That's one thing. If they are not responding, then the second thing is you can always go and take help of Twitter.
Help of
Twitter.
Twitter.
And I tell you how to do it. So when I report the content or when I know that something is going to harass me or something else, you know, it's going to impact my business, and I'm reporting it again and again to the platform and they're not responding, then you have to go mark their handle on Twitter and tell them that you've reported a complaint. They might ask you the complaint number and all, because normally every complaint you place, you get a complaint number. They might ask you the complaint number and they will investigate from then their social media teams get involved and they will resolve. So that is one way. Now if I tell you go to the cybercrime and all, I think that's another side, but we do know the scenario of cybercrime.
But this will help us if I will go for cybercrime and all, because it's related to internet and something.
I'll tell you what. To be honest, we don't really have very stringent or very strict laws for digital platforms still. So our thing is we have to be smart enough that we put pressure on this platforms itself. Okay? So are you reporting? You were trying to do it. They say it's not about this, that. They'll put it. But you have other platforms like social media, जैसे Twitter बोला, LinkedIn पे भी डाल सकते हो. But LinkedIn is very very next level because वहाँ पे पूरा brand का image खराब होता है. So try to get on to Twitter. If they are not resolving it, See, cybercrime, we have seen certain scenarios that where cybercrime has not been able to resolve it. So I wouldn't suggest to go to cybercrime, but you can give it a try.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anything? Guys? पूछ सकते हो? Any question?
This business, Google Business Pro, is it a paid or it's a free?
No, this is completely free platform.
Okay.
It connects to Google Ads, but if you want to run ads, then you can run local ads. But it's a completely free platform. There is an app for it, or either you can go from the portal itself. Guys, anything else? Yeah.
How to find SEO internship? Basically, only SEO. I don't need.
So, like I told you, your social media platforms पे obviously Facebook पे भी है, there is an option called jobs, but you have to verify first. Secondly, you can check on LinkedIn या Naukri.com. Naukri.com is they have integrated with LinkedIn, so all the jobs are available. So what you have to do is go to your LinkedIn का job section, search for SEO jobs, and you'll get all the SEO jobs या SEO interns. Put the keyword specific and just put a location if you're looking for a part-time or a full-time job. Put it there and you see all the stuff and just apply. I tell you one thing, always be careful when you're applying for an online job if you don't know the company. Okay? Because there can be trap also. They might ask you for money. No company will charge you for giving a job. No company will charge for giving a job. So do your own research, go to Google, check the reviews and then apply for a job. Because I do come to know with a lot of students, when they are going out, they are applying for a job, they are asked for money. So normally no company, no big company, no small companies normally don't charge to get an internship or job. So you can check it on LinkedIn with a good company, you can apply. Okay, you can apply for it. Yes, when you are talking about putting your profile online, be careful that you don't put your entire address. Okay, you can write your location, but don't write your entire address. If you're sending one-on-one CV to a company or to an HR, then only do that. Okay, so be careful in that area. And if you have an email ID, you can put your email ID. It helps people to connect to you. That's fine. So if you're talking about getting SEO,
I want to go. I have finished my internship. Basically, today was the last day of internship. Tomorrow I have to apply for new jobs.
okay, you have to apply for new ones. So start applying from. You can. I told you, you have Facebook also, but I would prefer LinkedIn over Facebook in such cases because it's way more authentic and the companies are generally so I'll tell you the ratio of running ads on LinkedIn and on other platforms is like if I have to maybe put thousands of rupees on LinkedIn to get good authentic leads, whereas if I put some penny on Facebook and all, I might get leads, but the leads that I get from Facebook are not genuinely for my you might get filtered. It's going to be the ratio is going to be 70-30. So I can say for the leads that I get from Facebook, 30% are going to be good, 70% are just they randomly do like that. But whereas if I am putting those 1,000 rupees on LinkedIn, I know, but the leads are going to be authentic. So that is why my weightage for all of you is if you want to build up professionally, especially with college students or to people who want to grow professionally, please use this platform to grow your business. Obviously, the others like SEO, social media and ad performance marketing, but end of the day you have to get the jobs, you have to get the business and you need a destination for that. So for now, at the moment that trend is out on LinkedIn. Okay? Guys, anything? Yeah?
How much of a tech savvy person one should be in order to pursue digital marketing?
I tell you, you don't see tech savvy person. I think digital marketing is about the interest in on maybe a mobile devices or systems, I would say, specifically on systems or maybe on internet. It is not about that you have to be 100% tech savvy. Basic technology knowledge is always required for each one of us, and I think internet is doing that for everyone. So it's not that you are not someone who's completely not too much into technology, you cannot do digital marketing. Yes, you can do digital marketing, but basic technology knowledge and your interest is very important. So कोई भी काम अगर आप बगैर इंटरेस्ट के करोगे तो वो मैटर नहीं करेगा, because you cannot do a work to just earn money. It is also done that you get interest and आप happily काम करो. So that is what I believe, and that is what actually the right is.
And sources to learn digital marketing. Sources to learn.
So there are various institutes also, obviously, we also have the course coming up. I'll show you the course after we finish the round of questions, and we'll tell you what hours we are going to cover. Okay? But any other question apart from this?
Can a digital marketer do search engine optimization and all that kind of all together?
See, yes, you can. You can do.
At a time.
I'll tell you the answer. To become a cardiologist or to become a heart doctor, to become a brain doctor, don't you think a doctor should know about the entire human body? अगर मुझे human body का basics नहीं मालूम होगा तो मैं heart को क्या treat करूँ? अगर मैंने heart पे हाथ लगाया और तो उसके कोई और body part पे असर पड़ा, तो I have to see that also. So for a professional, you should know all areas of digital marketing. Specialization is your choice. Okay? तो specialization करना है करो, नहीं करना है मत करो, that's up to you. But getting the specialization is a good opportunity because a lot of times that companies only search for people who are just been into years into one kind of industry like social media में रहे हैं या SEO में रहे हैं, तो वो एक plus point हो जाता है. तो वो ज़रूरी है, लेकिन it's not that you can't get into the other areas of digital marketing. It's a very vast industry. You get into it, you will get knowledge of each one of them, but at the end of the day, you will have to stick to it. Okay? Because I'll just tell you the connection. If you're doing social media, you also have to know what's happening on the website. I can't be playing blindly कि मैं social media पे कुछ भी post करूँ, मेरा website का content एकदम different है और customers website पे जा ही नहीं पा रहे social media से. So that also matters. So then it has to be a connection.
Yeah, which is the best social media where I can post my for my business and all, and whether paid is important for me or unpaid I can also go for business.
So it depends. See, I'll tell you one thing. It depends on the type of business it is. Okay. For example, when we also get projects, we categorize. So when I say if it's a direct B2C business, like someone is selling products, someone is selling accessories, or someone is selling maybe some clothing or something like that, then my platform is directly going to be Instagram or Facebook. My target is out there because people are more casual out there. But if I have a business where I want to sell my services or maybe I have some technology related products and all, then my target is going to be on this. So my target has to be based on these. Yeah, but before running ads, I have to check whether my content on my social media platform is sufficient enough so that people come there and they can read information. You can't just directly say, okay, I'll just post and I'll start running ads. For ads, you have to do planning. There is something called as media planning that is involved. That obviously from a professional level you can do. And because people run ads and they say, okay, results nahi aenge because there's a proper process involved. Okay? So there's something called as media. We create a media plan normally when we are doing ads. But before that, you also have to have a good optimized profile. Okay? So whether it's any of your social media channels or LinkedIn, also start posting content. Start engaging with people of the same industry, start connecting people who's your target audience or your customer, and then you will be able to.
But till that I just understand LinkedIn is only for the professional people, there's a for jobs and all. But we have, I have to go, there is also possibility if I will get the business from
You get business.
Yeah.
You get leads from business.
This is the first time I have got it because
you get.
I was using LinkedIn 2005 or 6 but on that time. After that I have not used it. My profile is still there, I think so, but I have not used it.
Now
Business
it's
also.
completely changed. It started as a job posting platform, but now it's not just restricted to job posting platform. In fact, it's completely changed to business and for businesses. So the people are getting leads from it. Anything else, guys? Any question? Should I take this ahead? Okay. So now we were talking about courses. So there are two courses. One is basic digital marketing course. One is advanced digital marketing course. So there's 8 weeks and there's 10 weeks. So now when I say this, because there are times normally we have if you're working somewhere, if you have college, so we have to see it that way. So when I say basic digital marketing course, it's for all those people who have who just who have no knowledge. You know, this is counted as no knowledge about a particular topic. Because when we talk about basics, it's like a lot of people might not just know about what is SEO. You have to really thoroughly get into the process and teach them what is SEO and all these things. But so we are going to cover detailed introduction to digital marketing, each area, right from what is marketing to digital marketing, the different organic, inorganic, and all of these stuff. Then there comes search engine marketing, which is running ads in social media platform. Then there is social media marketing, and then obviously search engine optimization, mobile marketing, and email marketing. And obviously one live project, because that's very important for the people. If you are learning something, you should be able to analyze anything that's live on the internet. Okay. Now the second course is advanced digital marketing course, which will cover whatever we have talked about basic, but the introduction part will be a bit shorter compared to what we are talking in the basic, because basics we have to go from the scratch. And apart from the what are the given services in the basic courses, we also have ASO. How many of you use mobile apps? Okay. If you don't know the name of the app, how do you search an app then on the Play Store? What do you put then? You put some query?
Category.
You put searches for the category, you put some queries or keywords.
Yes,
If for
yes,
example
yes.
I want to just go for a photo editing app, I don't know the app name. I'll put my keyword.
Yes.
And you see the list of popping up. So there is something called as ASO, that's App Store Optimization. Similar to your search engine optimization, there's something called as App Store Optimization, where you introduce keywords and all in the title, in the listing itself of the particular app. Then AI and content marketing, obviously this is one of the growing field, and that's the future. So that will be covered in the advanced, which will also include there are certain tools which allow you to create certain free AI videos and all. So in case you are planning to do something and you don't want to invest, so you have this option of learning, like how do you give commands to AI, how do you create images, how do you create videos from AI tool, and how do you write content in the terms of text, images, and videos. Okay. And here comes your live project. Live project is going to be important in both the cases, because when you have a live project, you can directly show it to the company that you're going applying for internship, that I've done an analysis, and this is a report that I have submitted to my institute where I did the scopes from. Okay. Yeah. And apart from this, these are the tools I think.
first namaz azan ke